You're listening to Arteetude, a podcast with artists created and produced by Detlef Schlick, a visual artist and ritual designer, living and loving in West Cork, and best known for his essay about the cause and effect of shamanism, art and digital culture. Working in the field of performance, photography, painting, sound, installations, and film, he will dive and discover with us and a weekly creative guest into the unknown and exciting deep ocean of the creative mind.
This is Detlef Schlick, and today we dive into the creative and deep, unexpected ocean of the creative mind, together with a friend, an old friend of mine. We have a lot of common things together. I mean,
Yes.
first of all, he moved to another country. He was 40, actually the same year than I did. He moved to Mallorca. The second is he doesn't have a driving license like myself as well, which is and the third and last but not least is that he married my ex-girlfriend and moved over to Mallorca.
Yes. That's what I did.
Yeah, no, I'm actually happy about
But I'm
that.
divorced anyway. No,
Yeah, you
so
see.
don't you
And that's
worry.
Phil Wolff. Phil Wolff is a musician, a composer, a performer. His life is rock and roll, and I know him from Cologne in the 20s already. I mean, and we met us actually, if you remember that. So I was one of the first who had a digital camera.
Yeah.
And you guys had with your band in Petit Prince a live gig, and I recorded it.
Yes.
I still have. I mean, we were all in the 20s. You were probably 23 or something like this. And when was actually with a couple of people like Vladi and I still
this time Phil and the Love and these things.
Yeah, and still in contact with that.
Lito, you remember?
I know her, but I haven't seen her for ages.
And we are still in contact.
Are you?
Yeah. From time to time.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen her at all. So there is really a long in Cologne a musician scene, and Phil, he started very early with music, and Phil was for me a little bit so always when I saw him, he was a mix of Prince, Mick Jagger and Mink DeVille somehow.
And they still say the same today.
Yeah.
So I didn't change,
Yeah, no, probably not. And I mean this performance is unbelievable.
Not in that way. I changed in many ways, but not in that.
Yeah. I mean, the performance is really unbelievable, and I think the people. I mean, if you want to book him in Spain or wherever, so if you have some money left over, you will get a good performance. So that's still for sure. So
yes.
So my idea is, like we all know now, Arteetude is divided in 3 parts.
Yes.
And I like it actually. I like the idea, the past, present, and future. And I would like in the first part to speak with you about your past, about your aspiration and inspiration, how you came to music and all that. Second part, I would love to go to your recent life and actually the life in Spain and how it was. And so, so still probably it's intertwined from past to present, and then in the third part. We're gonna go over to your future aspiration.
Yes,
that's
I hope I have some.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, your album is already there now. If this podcast is running, your album is already there. It is Phil and the Love and sorry, what is it? Yeah. How do you call it? Is it?
The next album is with my friend Monty Warren from the United States.
Yeah.
And it's called Slap Back Back Slap.
All right. And
it will be out. As the record company print out, make vinyls also, because I wanted to have a vinyl again.
Okay.
Like in the old days with a big cover and these things. So looking forward to that.
Cool. We just have the bandwidth is a little bit low. I don't know why. But it's okay. We're still recording on another
Yeah.
recording, but it's okay. Yeah, that's great. I mean, but we're gonna get to this part in the third part more, more intense and more deeper. I think the first part is more dedicated to your use. I mean, I think it's always nice for people who are not that creative. What was the driven engine, the driven motor, the inspiration to become a performer or an artist or a musician? Or when does it start? When did you play your first instrument? And which music did you influence? Did your parents influence you? And all
Like
that.
what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show.
No, yeah, good. Let me say my biggest two influence when I was a young kid were the Rolling Stones. Yeah. Because I have a brother who is 7 years older than me.
Yeah.
We shared the same room. He became teenager. And he had this record player, and I was infected with the Rolling Stones and I don't know, Doors and whatever went in the 60s.
Yeah, sure. So you are now 60.
I started when in the 60s, and my brother had a band, a crowd rock band, you know.
As well, a crowd rock. Well, what else?
And they were rehearsing in our basement, and I was always there, and I was immediately infected and said, I want to do that. You know, when I was 6 years old, I started, you know, I put on some hair here and something like everybody did, miming, you know, first the mimic first, then I got a very old guitar, and now how the things go. And then as a teenager in the 70s, how could you not be infected by Slade, T-Rex, Sweet, and all that glitter and glam rock stuff?
I know. What was your first single? What you bought from your own money?
I tell you the truth, it was from Barry Ryan.
Okay.
Because it was, how do you say, out of the stock. It was just one Deutschmark.
I know one song of Barry Ryan. It was Eloise.
Exactly, and that's the thing. And I was in this shop in our little town in Efferen in Hürth, and they had they sold them for one Deutschmark because they were old. And I didn't have more money to buy modern actual records.
Yeah.
So I bought one, which I knew this guy from Eloise, and I bought that one. Later it was Slade, I guess, the first.
I mean, Slade was,
single,
72.
Was a Slade, because I love you.
But that was quite late, wasn't it? I mean, that was already.
Yeah. The first records were all from out of stock, you know. And my parents had a bar in Hürth near Cologne, and we had a record machine, you know. And the woman always gave us the plates, old records for free. So I had a lot of singles in my house.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it?
To choose from, you know. But it went from Schlager or from whatever to you know. So I didn't. Now the poor do the things, you know. We never had money to.
I mean, probably your brother had already a lot of records, so you
that's
could
what I mean. And then I got, you know, remember the cassettes? So and I recorded his records on my cassettes. So and I took them,
I just had a chat.
Always been the Rolling Stones guy, you know. I was because it was there every day.
That just reminds me from the chat from last, just because Lou McMahon, that's a singer-songwriter from County Clare, and her last album actually is produced by the banjo player from the Pokes. Mm-hmm. So I have to advertise a little bit for that as well. But she was she actually same like you, started very early to sing, you know, having the wish, having the very strong passion to sing, you know.
There was never a question, you know.
Yeah.
It was inside. It had to come out, and I did it, and I still do.
So you didn't have any performance problems. You were the.
I would love to express myself. When the music starts.
Yeah.
I don't like to be, I would never be a TV star or something else or whatever. But when I go on stage, there's a chip inside. I don't know, it makes clong,
clicks
and
off.
then comes my Mr. Hyde comes out, and so like that.
And you don't know. I mean, what means Mr. Hyde? I mean, this is eventually
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You remember?
And sure I know.
So and then my Mr. Hyde comes out. When the band starts playing, bam, I'm a completely different person. I'm in private. I'm more shy, and very calm and things like that. But when the music starts, I'm a monster.
I know, it's unbelievable. But look, I mean, the things like this, I know that as well. From if I have to do a performance, no matter if it's a song or an art performance, So I'm diving completely in this role, and people are getting really scared, So it's I'm getting sometimes as well scared if I see myself acting, Fuck it,
No, I think you learn. Now I'm used to see myself in videos and pictures and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I'm not really looking at that. I do it and then it's done. I'm not the one who is watching all my video from yesterday. I just do it.
Oh God, no.
I'm not like that.
It is still, it's a process. I mean, I can't, to be honest, I can't really. For me, it's very difficult to analyze my stuff. I have to do that sometimes if I have a performance.
Yeah, if you want to get better.
And I have to do. I mean, so for instance, I did my Transordinance Tragedy. I was hanging upside down from a tree.
Yes.
And I was painting with my hair on a 10-meter canvas, made a lot of photos, and then and after that I had to watch that, but it took me days to go back into it, It is so exhausting, So
you remember you asked me this morning to send you some pictures.
Yeah, they're lovely. They're
what
great.
did I do? I opened Google Photos and it took me, I don't know, 2 hours to go through, I don't know how many pictures, to find something.
10, 12. But it's nice because what I'm gonna do, I started it actually with Lou McMahon the first time. Then I thought, okay, because I have my web shop.
Yes.
And apart from other designs and art, what I'm gonna do in art prints, and I thought it would be nice to create a limited edition Arteetude collector's podcast mug.
That's a super good idea, I guess.
So that
I like
people,
these things, Yeah.
So and because I love, what I love is to for me, it's this podcast. It's not an interview. It's for me a talk, So I'm talking with people talking with me, and we really I create a safe, sacred space, where we have fun and where we can go. I mean, it's somehow shamanistic, So digital shamanism, So because eventually you spread out this world into the ether, into the digital world, and technically millions of people can listen to it,
That's
which is unbelievable, So and I really liked it at least. So I thought, okay, why not starting as well? Because I put so much effort into it, into this design of this promotion of every image for Instagram and for Facebook. I thought, you know what, they are so nice and so organic. Why not doing a collection out of it? So I started with Lou McMahon, and you are now the second one who comes.
Good. So I'm very proud to be here. Anyway,
so
and to see you after all these years, man.
Yeah.
You've seen so many come and go. Many of the ones who were with us in the 80s, 70s are no longer there. So we are still here and doing our stuff.
Yeah, that's great. It's unbelievable. And I mean, that is really, I had a chat with a friend of mine. She is as well in our age, more or less. And she had a bad accident and for half a year ago, and she was not able actually to move very much anymore. That comes now back again, but she was always driven by making her garden and because so in her family is depression as well mentioned, you know. So I always wonder, you know, how people like you or me or her as well can manage it, that they don't fall into a depression and they still.
Yeah, this is, look, for example, now with my lady I have now, she's now with 50, she started to study again because we want to go to Norway and she wants to have a good job and so and so. So I have to help her. And when she falls in a kind of depression, there must be one part to play the strong. It's not easy sometimes, you know. I'm also getting a little bit, how long more, you know that.
I mean,
so, but I try the best to say,
so,
come on, baby, here, Pam, we only live once, you know, and let's make the best of out of this. Huh? I think all of us, we have our moments where we get, I cannot stand it anymore or whatever.
No, I mean,
but you can.
Yeah, but
we can. We are stronger than we think.
I mean, what I was often thinking about you, to be honest.
And things like now, talking to you and making a podcast, yeah, this is super, you know.
Yeah.
So, what? I'm not sitting at home and only drinking and hanging like this. I'm making nice projects now, you know. But this we talk later in the other part from the present.
Yeah, absolutely. We live
in the past.
So that's what I mean. We're living in very interesting times, you know. I mean, we got now a certain age where we have still the opportunity to use technology for us as creative artists.
Exactly.
On a way we never thought about 20 or 30 years ago, you know.
That's the thing. But somehow, I tell you the truth, it's 2021, huh? Yes, if I'm not wrong. So, and when I was young, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, for me, 2020, can you remember in the year 25, these songs or whatever, I thought the cars are flying all this and that. Some of these things are already there, like now all the technology, we can talk, we can see us and so.
It happens.
But other things, when you go out of the door, it looks more or less the same like 20 years ago.
Yeah, but
the houses are still built like normal houses and not, I don't know what. So
yeah. I mean, that's as well probably a matter of economy, you know. If a state doesn't have the amount of money in order to progress on a proper way in order to create better buildings and you know, like for instance the XDDR or even here in Ireland, you know,
modern life, you know,
then you still have your potholes on the road, you know. So that's
exactly. Very good.
But I mean, if you take, for instance, I mean, I wrote my thesis about shamanism, art, and digital culture, and I researched a lot about the re-spiritualization in society. You know, so how can we do that without becoming religious or whatever? You know, and including within embracing the technology as well, you know, because I mean, if you're not gonna looking forward, you fall into this pitfall like Taliban's.
Yes.
You know? So all of a sudden we're already dealing somehow with censorship and so on. You know, it is a But what I mean is take, for instance, virtual reality. You know, I mean that's just on the beginning, and I think in 5 or 10 years that will be advanced as well. And a lot of people.
I have friends in Germany, and they are young. They are in the age of my son, more or less 27, 20 something. They are working with these things. And I was there, and they put me on this thing, which, you know, from, you know, clock. And I was in a virtual room. That was incredible.
Yeah. It's very addictive, isn't it?
Very strange. I was sitting in the living room. There was another door. There was a TV. I could watch Netflix virtual and whatever. Very strange. So this is coming. This is the next thing.
Yeah, but I haven't said that. So I'm quite sure that you still will. I mean, you performed a lot in the past in Cologne. I mean, you had a lot of bands. You started as well.
There's nothing compares to the real thing,
I mean, so
performing live.
Music
doesn't matter
was
if theater or music or whatever it is, or go to a gallery and watch. I can watch every museum via I don't know, Google, whatever. No, I can virtually walk through the museum from Barcelona.
I know you were already very enthusiastic if it came to art. I know that. I can remember that. Yeah. You know, so and I mean, so that was in this first 40 years, almost 40 years making music in Cologne, you know, and I can
with 40 changed.
Yeah, I mean, I think it changed already with 30, 35. The bands, they stopped with with 30, 35 with you, wasn't it?
All the offers they gave me was sing this, sing that, you will get very famous, you will get a lot of money, blah blah blah. I was in Munich with Milli Vanilli and blah blah blah, and all these 20M, and they wanted me to do the same thing, and I said, sorry, I cannot do that.
You couldn't.
But then you get famous, and I said, what? If I get famous with this, my life is completely down.
No way. I mean,
I can never play a blues anywhere in a bar again because everybody wants to hear la 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 la. So I did not do that.
Did you really reject that? Did you really refuse it? And that you said, no, I'm not gonna go in this direction.
Yeah, because I've seen other people when we were traveling and so who did that. And I saw them after the show, you know, how broke they were, how kaput, taking drugs. The most were the biggest drug addicts I've ever seen. No, the long-haired rock and rollers. They took their beer and the joint, and that was it. They were completely, I don't know.
Yeah? I must say, still.
And I was in Munich to make a single record in 1980 something. I don't know, with the big producers there.
Yeah.
And then I had to wait and wait and wait because this was a big studio, and so because when I was my turn, so I had to wait every day. They gave me money every day. I went to the biggest discos, and I was drinking beer with Bayern Munich people, and I don't know what, blah blah. No, sorry.
Yeah, so we come for that. That's probably for that. We come probably later as well, you know. So I can imagine that.
I said, I'm going to die here. Then that's not that.
No. I know. I was the same. It was for me. So you see the singers, if you're an artist and not a businessman, you know, and if you're a pure artist, it is very difficult.
That was always my problem. I've never been a business kind of guy. But somebody still today, when somebody comes here, Phil, do you want to play here? Yes. How much do you want? I said, oops. I don't know. Is it too much? Is it too less? I have no idea.
God, so all right. So you never had a proper manager who was a little bit looking after that, you know? So,
no. The managers I met when I was young with Phil and the Love and the other bands we had, they were all, you know, the typical kind of manager, filling their own pockets.
I remember the time. I remember the time
the band broke up because of these kind of people.
So I know the time when you guys had a gig in the Fotokina in Berlin for the TV, and that was actually the last thing what happened with you somehow, you know. So that was, I think, a couple of months later my video what I made with you guys in Petit Prince. Oh God, yes, cool. I mean, we could talk hours about that time probably already, but exactly. I think we're gonna maybe play a song at the end of the first part, and I try to do the second voice, and join in. If
the end of the first part is that when I was 40 years old, I got tuberculosis, very heavy. I was nearly dead. It was really a question of hours. If I wouldn't have been so
I know.
And I was 3-4 months in. They are talking about quarantine now here. You have to be locked down.
So for the listeners, there was just
I was locked down, but really locked down, you know, alone.
Because of tuberculosis. Yeah. I think I
survived that. And then I got the offer to go to Mallorca because, my ex-wife, you know her very well. Yeah. Her parents lived here, and we were here for holidays.
I know. Her father was very much involved.
And then was the thing, what to do? Okay, let's do it. And then I moved.
It was a good decision.
End of part one. Then I landed here.
And I'm happy that I didn't have to marry her. So
yes. Nowadays you can be happy. I'll tell you the truth.
No, that's me. No, she was probably a lovely person. She was lovely. She was lovely. Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's play a song and
I'm not prepared. I just
what shall we do? So do we have a development?
Oh man, where's the instrument?
Oh, I'm development. I'm development, and
this is my little baby here.
All right.
My precious little 5-string Rolling Stones style.
I wonder if you go a little bit back with your guitar. You might go a little bit back with the guitar. It's very close. So
because of the microphone.
Yeah. It is probably.
And I don't hear you very well.
All right.
So let's do just a simple Stone song or what, you know?
Yeah, let's try it. Yes, let's try it.
Well, when you're sitting there in your silk upholstered chair, talking to some rich folks that you know, well, I hope you won't see me in my regular company. You know I could never be alone. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground, and you can send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by me. Send me dead flowers to my wedding. No, I won't forget to put roses on your grave. Well, when you're sitting back in your rose paint Cadillac, making beds on Kentucky Derby, I've been that old basement room with a needle and a dirty spoon. Now the girl take my pain away. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground. You can send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the U.S. mail. Send me dead flowers to my wedding. No, I won't forget to put roses on your grave. No, I won't forget to put roses on your grave. No, I won't forget to put roses on your grave.
Yeah, lights on lit. Yeah, that's how we know you, Phil. That's great. Nice. Yeah. So that's cool. I was wondering, do you have any social media accounts where people can follow you? Probably.
Yes, I'm like everyone on Facebook. I have more than one account. I have a private one. I have a fan page. I have even fans.
Phil Wolff. Yeah, I mean, I link that into my description. Every link you want to link, I'm gonna put it in.
And all my music is on Spotify and all the other things, YouTube. I'm everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, guys, if you want to support Phil, you probably can do it on Spotify, buying a song, probably buying the new album as well, which is already out now.
I have some new stuff now on a platform called Bandcamp.
Yeah,
I prefer this very well because then the money comes directly to me.
That's good to know for other musicians.
In Spotify, I wait 1 year and I get a few cents for something. If you download an album on Bandcamp, it immediately, one day later, the money is here and I can buy something for the fridge. So
or like myself buying
I will send you the link, so maybe you can put it in.
Or buying a bus ticket. I mean,
yes. That's funny to talk to you. Really
yeah,
great.
It was great. And I mean, like, guys, so you can get myself as well, and even on Arteetude. And if you want to support this podcast, I will. I mean, the people in general, you don't have money, So
no, I mean, you know me.
Yeah.
Sure, I have all my platforms. I will put it in there.
Yeah, sure.
With the guy who interviewed me 2 days ago, I do the same. He has a nice channel in YouTube where you get informed what is happening here on the island. He's always going around with his camera and showing the things.
Promotion is nowadays everything, isn't it? So it is. And we can promote because we are on social media, which is good. So I lose actually the fear from promoting. I had it more, and now I'm getting better and better in there. However, you can buy these collection cups, Max, in my Arteetude web shop. You can get t-shirts as well, and I'm just building that up and you can get it for a reasonable price. I mean, art for a reasonable price, not for millions. So
that's the thing.
So on that
note, when you've done that, send me everything. I will promote it.
I do. Phil.
Every platform I'm able to do that.
Thank you very much, and nice to see you. I see you next Sunday. Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Take care.
You have listened to Arteetude, West Cork's first art, fashion and design podcast. Arteetude, never so close again. That was too close.